Ladies and gentlemen of the living and the dead, my name is Ari Esther, and I am your friendly neighborhood necromancer of Here's All Things Horror. Happy Wednesday! Happy Wednesday! This is the middle of the week. It is the middle of the week. Hello, hello, hello! Hello, everyone. How are we doing this fine Wednesday? This fine Wednesday night. I'm a little sleepy. A little bit iffy. I'm not going to lie. Frankly, not a lot happened today. But we had like an early Halloween lunch party at work today. And I ate too much. Granted, that was 7 hours ago. 7 solid hours ago. But I couldn't even eat dinner because I was still so full. I ate like some grapes for dinner because I felt like if I consumed actual food, I might throw up. Why did I eat so much? Because it was free. It was free food. You know what food tastes best? Free food. So I ate too much. Yeah. And I engaged in a whole argument with someone about how cheesecakes are cakes and not pies. The verdict was I was right. Because Google said so. So that was my very eventful day. I also feel tired. You and me both, then CJ Anime Fan. You and me both. But it's alright. I may have been sleepy. It's not going to stop me from solving crimes. Or try to anyway. I don't actually know if I will solve any crimes today. No, we're back today with Ace Attorney Investigations, and we're playing the second half, which is the Prosecutor's Gambit. We're on the second case right now, where the perpetrator of the first case, the bodyguard of the president, has been murdered in prison. And apparently we've been taken off the case for some reason, or reasons that are beyond me. But we're now helping this charming fellow right here. I forgot his name. What is his name? Eddie Fender. So we're gonna help him out. This lady I think is crazy. I think she's in a cult, and I think she needs professional help. This guy's parents probably hated him. And this is the guy that's being suspected of murder. We are saying that he looks like a good dude and harmless, but we'll see. His hair is very interesting to me. Oh, and this is the good warden. Fifi Lagarde. This is the good warden. Yes. Anyway, there's a lot of animals in this prison. All I really cared about are these animals. Look, there's a pony. It made a little horse sound. Okay, I think it's supposed to be investigating. But I don't remember. What were we doing? Okay, we talked to the guy in this cell who has been taken to isolation. Oh, look, there's a piggy here. It's so cute. I'm sidetracked by the baby animals. Well, I guess it's not a baby animal. It's probably one of those mini pigs or whatever. I did not read anything that was just said on my screen. Anyway, there's a monkey. There's a bunny. The bunny's just hanging out. Kay is just gonna tell us that everything's like a zoo. That bunny looks murderous AF. Look at his eyes. Dead, soulless red eyes. And there's a kitty. There's a kitty right here. And the guard is preoccupied with the kitty. And he's anyway, they're all very preoccupied with the cat. No one wants to talk to us because of the cat. Okay, it's okay. I understand. All right, so let's talk to the guy we're supposed to talk to, which is this dude, who supposedly heard the murder. So about the person who found the body, do you happen to know where he is right now? In one of the workshops. Usually is at this hour. All right, so we gotta go to the workshop now. Is this the workshop? This is the crime scene. Huh? Kay's giving us tips on how to be sneaky, but we're not trying to be sneaky. I'm guessing we can't go. We can probably go to this workshop. Is anybody in there? This is in a bathroom stall. Yeah, officer, stop playing with the cat and let me in. One of the prisoners is in there. Just confronted myself during the noontime roll call. Seems like a pretty lax prison, not gonna lie. Alright. He's gonna go get the prisoner in there for us who supposedly found the body. Oh. Why is it all mine? Let's just say I'd rather not roll a dice with someone I don't know. Oh. Here they come. Wait, aren't you the one who, killed Buzz's girlfriend? Yeah! You're from the first game! Yes, hello. What does it say? Bow wow on his apron. Alright. I hear you wish to speak with me, yes. Now he's in the hardened criminal we're expecting. Is he was a scam artist! No, he was a burglar. He was a burglar, if I recall. He was a burglar who tried to rob Cindy? No, was it Cindy? I don't remember. And he accidentally killed her, whacked her over the head with the clock. Yes, I'm a prosecutor. Here comes Eddie, attorney at law. I guess he's not afraid of him because he doesn't look scary. What? Excuse you, Eddie. I was just introducing myself. What do you mean weirdest ideas? Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be a prosecutor. Sorry, I'm the assistant. Sorry, my dude. Ezra forgot that he's an assistant. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday. Oh, you spoke to Winner? Yeah, man. Imagine naming your kid Eustace Winner. That just sounds just like useless Winner. Yeah, can you answer a few questions, dude? Why are you stuttering, bro? The name saw it. Frank saw it. That's right. So you saw it again? Oh. Okay. Alright. Yeah, Mr. Saw, you're no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found? I was in that workshop there. Working, as one might expect. What kind of work were you doing? Actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. Okay. A pet stylist. So I'll be studying hard and practicing every moment I can. Okay. And that's it. I certainly didn't see anything. But your name is Mr. Solid, so you must have saw something. He's already sweating. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Yeah, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Saw, for this interview has only just begun. Even if you're asking me what. Yeah. You know, Mr. Saw, you were a much better actor 5 years ago. I don't know if it's 5 years. I'm making up time. He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little hard if I'm going to get any answers. Oh no, we played chess, Miles. I don't like chess, Miles. Let's take a look at our opponent. Miles, I don't like chess. Why do we have to play chess? We're always playing chess. Oh, his 3 pieces. I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Something tells me to be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from his face. I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. Rely solely on his words instead. That's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Miles, why do you have to talk in riddles? Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. May be good at hiding his motion, but everyone has a towel. Here we go. Mind chess commence. What's your connection to this incident? Which incident? The murder? No, I'm not talking about the murder. Of course I'm talking about the murder! It's nothing at all to do with me? Nothing? Yeah? Really? I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Oh. Strong words were used, Mr. Said. Well, you see, how can I put this? What? I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen, a good person, if you will. So upstanding, you killed a person. You killed a girl. A good person who's in prison? Yeah, under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. That's what. So you do want to tell me what you know about the incident? How many times do I have to tell you people? Okay, so you do know something. You seem angry, Mr. Said. That didn't work. I had to bide my time. Alright, here we go. This is not going well. We just started the chess game and I'm already losing. Which is just very, very like me because I don't play chess. Okay, anyway. We gotta tell him again that good people don't end up in jail. Usually speaking, unless you were framed, but I know he wasn't framed. Okay. And I'm gonna bide my time. I'm playing this game by trial and error. So I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. My apologies, Mr. Saw. Considering that the incident occurred right here in this prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all. Oh, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you have to look elsewhere. The person who found the body, you say? Yeah, why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? Did I tell you I was looking for the person who found the body? Oh, I just said I wanted to talk to you, bro. It could have been anything. It's because you do know something you're not telling me after all. Bam! You just sense that's who you might be looking for? I'm simply a pet stylist and trainee. I don't know anything truly. There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. Alright, we've recovered our HP. The game knows that their player may not be good at chess, such as myself. The opponent is very good at hiding his true feeling, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Boy. Tell me about the day of the incident. you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, what? The day of the incident, yes. So much happened? Bide my time. I'm so confused by how to play this game. Anyway, so much happened. What were you doing? Yeah, in detail. I'm a pet stylist in training, and that's what I was doing yesterday, training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You notice any commotion at the time of the incident? I imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Miles, that's not a word. Tumultuous, that is totally not a word, Miles! What? Commotion, you say, not really? Maybe I hurt someone. Were they screaming? By any chance? Continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Saw, but I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. BAM! What? I thought I heard someone yelling. You don't really remember? Glad to hear the scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. Let's keep that in mind for now. Let's ask him about his day again. Yeah, if you don't have anything to do with murder, you have nothing to hide, right? Well, what? Day of the incident, yes. How are things in the prison? I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid. But you said you heard a scream. Yeah, you said you heard a scream. Or a yell, either way. I might be mistaken? Truth is, I really don't remember. How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sawit. Not lying. Bide by time. You must know when I'm working with the animals, I get into the zone. They're all I see. Okay, am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming then? The scissors technique could use a little work, but I say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. Especially good at calming them down when they get scared. Why were they scared? Yeah, why were they scared? Shouldn't happen very often unless something happened. Well, thankfully it doesn't. A scream would certainly frighten them. Yeah. Why are you going to such lengths to not having heard the scream? What is you're hiding, Mr. Solid? Tell us! Tell me! Can you share I'm not hiding anything? Alright, I got one piece left. Admit I did really hear somebody scream, but I'm not hiding anything, I promise. Alright. You have to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. There you go. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Solid. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. Wow, Edgeworth. Very aggressive today, I like. When did you hear the scream? Wait, now I remember? I forgot about the show. They put on the show First Prisoner around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning. Oh, now all of a sudden you're at the show! Yeah, that goes completely against everything you told me so far. He's just gonna be like, oh, I don't remember. Bide my time! The animal show really had to be seen to believe. What kind of animals did you see? You had to think? A whale? A whale? At the circus? At the circus? A whale at the circus? You know how big a whale is? I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't? Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't? What does that even mean? Yeah, who did you hear screaming? Just realized I made a mistake? The incident happened, I was out in the yard. Huh? So I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all. How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. Double whammy. Game's up, Mr. Saw. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about the scream now! Can I tell you what I don't know? Oh, he's sweating, he's sweating. I didn't hear any screaming from the person who found the body. Well, it wasn't the victim who screamed? Yeah, how curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then why do you think it came from the person who found the body? What? You made a mistake again? Bro, you made a lot of mistakes in the last, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed? It's what? Because you're the one who found the body. You know they scream. Because you're the one who found the body. The scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you. How did I mean, was it not obvious? Bow wow. Thylacinus. I don't know what that means. Okay. What gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. I mean, you could have just answered my question so we didn't have to go through all of this. Anyway, it checkmated my mind chess. Now that we've established that you're the one who found the body, Mr. Said, I believe you have lost any standing. You might have had to withhold your cooperation. I win, I do. I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. What? You found the body? What do you mean this is nothing important? Alright. Miles, you're going a little too far. We're just here to figure out the... Yeah, we're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simon. That's what a defense attorney does. Yeah, we're to get our client out of trouble. Okay. Client has requested service of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, your relationship with your client comes before everything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a backseat to some quest for the truth, let's just say I don't like to fight against your instincts a little harder. But like, if he's innocent, then if I find the truth, I would get a not guilty, right? This will take some getting used to. It's alright, I get it. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sod, I'm asking once more. What happened when you found the body? Alright, here comes the testimony. Finding the corpse! Wow. We're not pulling back on our language. I was in that workshop there by myself, practicing what I learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window, and then I saw him lying there, a man not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. I don't think I sound slimy enough to be Mr. Sot. Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found. That's right, I was in workshop B. You were there the whole day. Yes, from 7 a.m. roll call onwards. You have 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. Oh, that's few and far in between. They check who's in the workshop during roll call, correct? That's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m., which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Prison roll call data jotted down in my organizer. Held 3 times a day, 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. The victim's body had not been found at the time of the 7 a.m. roll call. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 a.m. Which puts it right around the time the show was happening. I remember the other prisoners going to see it. And therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. That'd be a fair assessment, Mr. Sawit? I only found the body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sawit's testimony. Rooting it out should be my first priority. Alright, I need to take a look at the evidence again because I don't remember much of it. Okay, that's the detention center layout. Cool. Mid body. Glove. Rope. Chest set. Color for tarp. Okay. Alright. I didn't see any contradiction, but my memory's watching my shelf. Alright, let's talk about the fact that he was in the workshop by himself, practicing what he learned. Yeah, what exactly were you practicing? How to be a pet stylist. I'm a model prisoner after all. So he keeps saying. Do you remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop.
Hold it!
Okay. Found yourself there, really? That's right, and then I found myself peeking through the little window in the door. Wasn't he covered in the tarp? I don't know, I just found myself doing it, really. Clearly weren't concentrating on your work then. That's not true, I'm a model prisoner. So all the other prisoners had gone to watch the show. Guess I was kind of lonely. But there has to be a reason. I myself from the door to the other workshop. I've been peeking through the little window. Let's ask him about that. You didn't get a good look inside? No, I couldn't. The window was not only small, but it had bars over it. Not exactly a panoramic view. Okay. Okay, now is not the time! Now is not the time. I peeked into the little window in the workshop door. And I saw him lying there, a man not moving.
Hold it!
But then how? Okay, if he didn't, you can tell right away if it's a man or woman. If he didn't go inside, then how did his glove end up there? This wasn't my first dead body. Yes, he's in prison for murder. To my eternal shame, yes. This is, however, the first time I've seen another person's handiwork up close.
Hold it!
Recall how exactly you screamed? Any words you might have used? No, I only remember that I screamed. Okay, everyone has come to his defense. He's gonna have heaven as he claims. Contradiction in his testimony is as clear as day. You just need to present the evidence that proves it. Okay. Actually, I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door. Peered through the window, and then I saw him there. Okay. And how did his glove end up in there?
Objection!
Look, I don't think this is where I'm supposed to. I don't know if it's the glove that I'm supposed to be presenting. Don't remember how, but I found myself from the door to the other workshop.
Hold it!
I'm pretty sure he was covered up by the tarp. Wasn't he? Oh, it was found by the victim's body. I'm a little confused. Oh, wait, he couldn't have just left. Because the alarm would have sounded. Okay, so let's present the door.
Objection!
Okay, objection. All right, condescending shoulder shrug. I mean, we did it right. Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Solid. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are. You know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist. That's not all you are, is it? Or just forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist. A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner and therefore unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside the door would have sounded an alarm. That's what? There's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Oh, stylishly done. Oh, thank you, Fender. So very kind. Does this mean that Mr. Saul couldn't have found the body then? Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Saul himself can explain. It's what? What? So actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Convenient. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you like. Sure. By all means. Hello, Souls. How are you? Frank saw it. I remember. I know. When I saw him, I was getting deja vu. He's lying again, though. So we gotta pull his lies apart. Am I doing? I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little eepy. But I am well. I am well. How about you? How was your day? Finding the corpse part 2. It's a little trick where prisoners know about, you see. As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can leave without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window into the workshop next door. Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream and fray. Okay. The bracelet just comes off? He was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about a little trick, especially not the guards. This is all he was hiding. Alright, we're gonna dig a little deeper into his testimony, just in case. Alright. Let's press him about a little trick. Tell me some more about this trick, Mr. Syatt. It's quite simple, really. Once you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. How long is your arm? Bro, how long is your arm? Looking from here, the doors are more than alarm length apart. You see, cool, my dinner was beef and broccoli with rice, dumplings and egg rolls. Ooh, I want egg rolls. I love egg rolls. My day has been pretty good. Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Well, let's see if it gets better as I rip this guy apart, or try to. Okay, let's press him about that. Suppose this allows you to enjoy a little taste of freedom. It does. To be honest, one of the few things that brings me joy anymore. Rule breaking exactly a demonstration of remorsefulness, is it? But I am remorseful. I always am. I'm a model prisoner after all. Yeah, I'm beginning to suspect that he doesn't know what a model prisoner actually is. So use this trick to peek through the window. I made sure the guard wasn't looking and leaned out into the corridor. They would peek through the window into the workshop next door.
Hold it!
Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look? See, I heard noises coming from next door. That room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange. And when you went to look as soon as you heard these noises? Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. Any problem with what Mr. Solid just said? Well, let's just say there is a problem for the sake of it. Claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been there too. That's what. That's what. Yeah, tell us the truth, Mr. Saw It! I know you saw it! You, of course, have the right to remain silent. But it will do little to spell the notion that you are somehow involved in this crime. Yo, what? I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. Well, mention it anyway! Mention it anyway. It's for me to decide if it's important or not. It was that dog. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. A huge black dog. It sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat. Wait, what? It was hellish, utterly hellish. That beast, that awful beast, he killed him. Oh, I don't feel so good. That's awful. Talk about traumatizing. Yeah. That's crazy. Indeed, souls. Indeed. It was dreadful, horrible. Now you know I couldn't help but scream. The man-eating dog in the prison's animal population is there? Black dog. Soul claims to have seen this dog biting the victim's throat. He doesn't seem to like me very much. And that really is everything, I promise. You believe me, don't you? Not really. For now, this one seems too far-fetched to lie even for you. I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind. Dead body, which made me scream in fright. Okay. Well, let's press this one where he spotted the victim's body. How much do you remember about the man you saw? I remember everything. He had blonde hair and his neck was covered in blood because he was dead. Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay. Some serious venom behind those words. Yeah, because Phoenix kind of ripped him off on the stand. It's so destiny. Let's press him about the dog. You're sure this black dog's biting the victim's throat? There's blood everywhere. The beast mouth is dripping with it. Let's see. Yes, I do really need to ask him. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. And he was already dead. So much blood just oozing from his neck. He was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of a finger. Just lifeless. I see. How does he see all of this from the door? Should I add what I've said to my testimony? Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. He's dead as a doornail, I'm sure of it. Not even a twitch of a finger. Just lifeless. Okay, I sold it. Okay, let's press. Let's press the dead as a doornail. Dead as a doornail. In a very vivid picture. In a front row seat, I suppose. You could almost feel the agony of the poor man's final moments. Okay, he's just describing it. That's unfortunate. So you're a fool for pressing for more gory details. I need the details. It's still fresh in my memory. You like the start of this case? Yeah, it's very intriguing. I like a good puzzle. Okay, let's ask him about the ring. Snowflake motif. How did you see the snowflake motif from the door? Snowflake motif, and at least you have a very clear memory of this ring. You saw it. I used to go door to door selling newspaper subscriptions, you see. I'd take people in at a glance. Their appearance, their mood, that sort of thing. Figuring out who exactly you're dealing with is the first step in any sale. And in any interrogation. Except in this case, you were figuring out a court. What can I say? Force of habit. One that served me very well in my sales career, if I do say so myself. Yeah. How did you see all of this from the door? Yeah, how is it possible that he stole the ring? Lives here in the prison. Not the most plausible explanations, I have to say. You say the pets take after their owners? All dogs are good boys! What do you mean, Mr. Fender? Excuse you? Excuse you? All dogs are good boys. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the ring. There was no way he could have seen the hand.
Objection!
Objection. Wing, finger wag, my favorite. A ring with a snowflake relief. Yes, you saw it clear as day. Interesting. Your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I say it's just a little too accurate. I mean this, you testified to have seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger, there's no way you could have seen it. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless, that is, you approached the body and removed the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window and the door. And yet you seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Saw It. Acting like I know it all? Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me for having common sense! Nice, yeah. Definitely getting interesting. I have no idea what happened. So let's figure out what he did. I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. The man's arm. It must have moved under that tarp after I peeked in. But you said he was not. Yeah, you already told us that can't have been the case. He was already dead. Yeah, he was already dead. He can't. A dead person can move? I mean, they can, but not in this scenario. You said it yourself that the victim was already dead, and dead men don't move, do they? You don't want the real answer to that, Edgeworth. For the sake of this case, no. He's sweating. He's sweating. Ooh-wee, said the stench of eau de desperation. I smell, yes. What are you hiding? Tell us. What? Raw? You know what you saw? I forgot he has a toupee! Indeed, I wanted to throw his toupee. He just did! I forgot he wears the toupee! Well, if it helps, Edgeworth, you and Phoenix have both been hit in the face by his toupee. You couldn't let it go, could you? Had to keep on poking and prodding. That's the job. Slimy Two-Bit Associate Attorney. Wow. Harsh. Seems the real Mr. Saw has finally revealed himself. Quite the rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat. Look, I'm just sweet innocent witness here. Yeah, are you really? Because I must say I have doubts. Very serious doubts. Yes! All she threw is too bad! Is that supposed to mean? Huh. Saw something that shouldn't have been possible to see from the outside of the workshop. So how did you do it? That's simple. Just saw Zora, you were standing when you saw the body. You had to be in workshop A.
Take that!
You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring. Still sweating? Say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Oh, I do. I do. I thought about it 2 conversations ago. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves for fun? Yeah, about the pair of rubber gloves. Why do you only have one? Want to see evidence that prove I was in that room with the body? Gladly. That's Shay. Remind me, Mr. Saw, what were you doing when you discovered the body? How many times you were practicing your pet styling technique? Of course, and perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you. Yeah, it's funny how you only have one on your personage. This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron. And one singular glove. This one's different. And that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it? This is just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them over the prison. This doesn't prove anything. Not yet, perhaps, but if I were to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling the result would be rather fascinating. See, the thing about wearing gloves is that you leave imprints on the inside of the gloves. Oh. 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 I did not expect him to have a full breakdown. I did not expect him to have a full breakdown. You have a legit objection? Because this isn't over? There's something that still doesn't make sense. Our man here is a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on. So how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His bracelet would have triggered the alarm if he tried. I don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. Good job. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm doing my best. Come on, Mr. Saw It. You've already given me your toupee. Just go ahead and give me the truth. That's where you should be clinging on that bracelet like a big round lifesaver it is. As in, it's the best hope our wig-filling friend here has for getting off the hook for the murder. Sorry I can't get into the crime scene with the bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet he hasn't said a peep about it. I wonder why that might be. Sound of silence. I suppose Miss Law Priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday, too. You mean the crazy cult lady? Hey, he's a real attorney, believe it or not. The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles. Gregory taught me that. It was part of the attorney's code he lived by. So, friend, what's the dealio? Why so coy about your bracelet? Oh. Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken? I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to send the sensor off anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but it was awfully convenient. So your bracelet is broken, but they really break that easily. If so, then this prison has a serious security problem. Officer, can you stop playing with the kitty for a second? Okay, I get it. Cats are awfully cute. But if you were doing your job, maybe things like prisoners being able to go in and out of workshops at their own leisure could be prevented. How can I help you? The prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. Yes. I guess I'm gonna find a replacement right away. Keep hold of the broken one for the time being. Solid's bracelet wasn't working at the time of the incident and could not be detected by the same sensors. Shouldn't we test it? Tell if he's telling the truth or not? We're not? Oh, okay. Bracelet sorted. Now to turn our murderer in, yeah? You didn't kill anybody? The one who said your bracelet was out of commission? Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show? Just found the body, that's all I promised. When I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went to the workshop after the beast had left. And why did you go in? I wanted to go through his pockets. Yeah, he was going to rob the corpse. Once you find out what he's in for, Edgeworth, this all makes sense. That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail. Why am I looking at you like that? I don't know, Kay. Aren't you a little legendary thief? I'm a great thief. I never stood so low as to steal from a corpse. I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I entered the room and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. Panic rushed back to the other workshop and started my fake screaming. And dropped the glove in your haste. Okay. A rubber glove found in a workshop A used by Salt when he was doing his animal styling training, stained with blood and mud. I guess it's all just about hangs together. Anything smells funky to you, Miles? Other than whether Mr. Saw is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. Question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. That one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sawwood's testimony. Is he dog? He looks like such a good boy. But dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Are you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Well, no, there was one other who didn't. Yeah? Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he wanted to? It's a guy dog. And my suspicions when we first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but... where is this person's cell? Yes, I'm going to go see... quote, him! What are we talking about here? Him! He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special, gets treated like royalty. You didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is if you value your life, you stay well away from me. Who is this person? Can you stop trying... will you please stop trying to scare us all the time? I mean, this is a prison, Kay. The big cheese, huh? Well, I, for one, definitely value my life, so that's that. They keep him in maximum security. Which is over there. I wonder who it is. I'm so curious. Is this someone else we know? Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently. Building layout data updated in my organizer. Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already. Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives, better than anyone in fact. All I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much. Who is this person? Anything care to share? Are you going to leave K9 in the dark? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Oh? Let's go pay him a visit? I suspect we'll find our dark K9 friend there too. Huh? March 28th, 12:41 p.m. Prison maximum security. It's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing. Yeah, didn't you say that the Yatagaros takes flight in the dead of night? Even the depth of night. No other birds dare to take flight. One and lone source to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blood. That one is me. I see. I see. Help me see the dog. I'm a human. How does it feel like a rabbit? Okay. Huh? Taco! Hello, Taco! Mr. Edgeworth? That voice, I knew it. It's been far too long. I could hardly forget now, could I, after all? You're the one who put me away? Huh? Huh? There's someone else in there. But I'm forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. One moment, I will turn on the lights. Huh? Whomst? Whomst you? I have never seen this person before. You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Oh, he's blind. Very well, perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am... Bodhidharma Canis. Bodhidharma Canis. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Who's this? Canis was a notorious assassin. Oh, this is definitely a new person. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. Ooh. His only weapon were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. It's not the dog's fault, it's his fault. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear. That's not creepy at all. Well, Mr. Edgeworth might guess why you have come to see me. You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. And I suppose you have nothing to hide from one another. Oh, the dog is so cute! Best doggo! Look at him! What a good boy! Alright, let's talk about a suspicion of murder. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with his mouth around the victim's throat. Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes, it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? Of course he is! Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. Edgeworth, all dogs are good boys. If they killed someone, it's not their fault. It's their trainer's fault, okay? All dogs are good boys. A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade. Still a good boy. This witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume. So very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. No, then I thought as much. Figures he already knew who our witness is. Okay, let's talk about his alibi. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? During the show, you mean? Why does his head look like alien? His head is so alien-like. Why is it cracking at the ends? Does he have Lord Voldemort on the back of his head as well? Oh, wow, his face already looks like Voldemort. He has a nose, though. So guess not. The dog is so cute. During the show, yes. I was here. Ensconced in these humble surroundings. that a chessboard I see? Damn. Interesting that he has a chessboard in his cell. I have developed a passion for wood carving, you see, an obsession even. I was engrossed in it all morning. You have permission to engage in such a hobby. I can't believe someone would actually let you. The warden and I have an understanding. This shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One with the bell on it. And nothing but lethal weapons in his hand. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest has begun to wane. Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces, such as these. Chess pieces. I didn't know you played chess. You play too, do you not, prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me? Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. He's a dog with 3 heads. Caraberas? The dog of war! You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king. All loyal to the last. I've always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon can an army call upon? Facts. We do not deserve them. Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules and with the regular pieces. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though. I admire correspondence. Correspondence chess, then. Sure he moves by post? Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are expected, of course. Well, there was an episode of Numbers where the guy in prison passes out secret messages via chess moves. That wouldn't happen to be your play here, would it, Mr. Canis? Although I've yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. Okay. Dog chess piece. Carved for fun by Canis. He also seems to be engaged in correspondence chess via postal mail. Sounds like this current opponent is a resident here. What if it's Mr. Knight? Alright, let's talk about the victim. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis? His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor, unfortunate soul. Who are you? Ursula? Keep your ear to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not surprised that he's plugged into the prison information network. But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter. True. Mr. Edgeworth didn't Mr. Knight. Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Are they attempting to cover up President Wen's fake assassinations? Oh. Saying the Bronx didn't actually have a pop at the press? I was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder. You don't know what really happened? Explain the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight. Explain why the committee was so keen to get involved. They took you off the case to try and keep you away, and swapped in that wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge. In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth. So they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this night, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination, which would come out anyway when the case went to trial. I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate in prison on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmet. Yes, it is. Yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth. No bastion of truth, huh? I mean, we did kill a bastion. Heard something to that effect before. It's from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Agent Lang! I miss Agent Lang. Yeah! What a twist, Souls! It's getting real twisty up here. I'm not twisting the truth behind those post-mortem doors too. I missed him, Agent Lang! He was so cool. Looked like Wolverine. Feel by that kind of thinking, it is any wonder that Ghost produces nothing but falsities and lies. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. I'm now even more convinced that President Wang didn't get to presidency through his own merit. Even Helmut understand, don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do! Look at him, he's so cute! The truth revealed in court and your deduction, it is dangerous to trust either implicitly. I am not bitter. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicion in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along. Her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air. Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavelle. They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Sounds like someone who's already disposed of the murder weapon. Winner, Gavelle, and the warden searched the prison for a murder weapon but couldn't find anything. Well, if this is a cover-up, the warden's probably involved in some way. Oh, but I like Fifi. That's too bad. I posed more questions to answer. What do we do now? So his testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take hands on. I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmut will show you how. Good boy, Helmut. Go on now. He's so cute. Look at him. Edgeworth is so unbothered. Until next time, Mr. Canis. It just pains me that our brief time must end. Just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh. March 28th, 1:12 p.m. Prison corridor. Now to gather the evidence, I need to bolster my case. You alright there, Kay? Why are you up there? That's the best hiding spot she could find. Yeah, you can come down now. Doggo staying in there. Where's Fender? He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast. Fender. What do we do now? You and I will continue the investigation, and I know just where to start. You do? By solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. Now, his body was found in one of the prison workshops, but it's presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells. Mr. Nice room, right? What about Mr. Fender? I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready. One of our boss, isn't he? Well, March 28th, 1:34 p.m. Detention Center. Corridor. The victim cell is just over there. It must be over here. Have I just about had it? Oh, it's Fifi! Warden Lagarde! She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. You still not talking, ma'am? You done with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct? No, and I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? Can't send in a blank report. I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. Killer for hire? Couldn't help overhearing one of the guys when he was just talking about body dharma canis. How very gauche of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know. You really conduct interrogation of the man yourself? Oh, it's not just him, darling. I tried to have the occasion. Tate. With everyone. With everyone, you see. I have no idea how to say that. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. Is that thing alive or is it dead and just looks like that? The thing around her neck. Is it a ferret? Isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once? Your office? Yes, oh, it's definitely alive. Is angry for an invite. I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. I would love an invite, Fifi. It's down this corridor here, darling. But FYI, don't just let anyone wandering willy-nilly. I will put it right around here. Warden's office. It's a wonderful room, if I do say so myself. All my guests rave about it. Oh. It's connected to the prison. Who wouldn't want to view my fabulous garden in the yard? Ooh la la. I think alive. Yeah, it changed expressions. God, if it's anything like the rest of this place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see? Building layout data updated in my organizer. Oh, darling, it's so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's just not possible. Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable. That's a rather steep price to pay. Oh, but just listen to me chattering away like there's no tomorrow. It's time for Allie's lunchy brunch. The poor dear will be dying. Allie is... Oh, probably the thing around her neck. Is it a ferret? Or is it something else? The sweetest little deer in all the world, I know. I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. It's funny how she's wearing a fur coat. With the live fur around her neck. I wanted to ask her more about Candace, but she dominated the conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we? Ow. He's really moved in. March 28th, 1:43 p.m. Detention Center holding cell. I think dog. I don't think it's a dog. I think it's a little long. It's gotta be one of those like little rodent-like creatures that they make like fur coats out of. But you know. Not sure. So this is night cell. When you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth, it would have happened the evening of the 25th, just after the events of the lake. And then at some point, he wound up in the prison proper. But how? There must be some evidence here that will point us in the right direction. Alright. I wonder if they'll ever tell us what it is. The thing around her neck. I mean, now we know its name is Allie. Alright. I must scour, see, and inspect anything that catches my attention. Alright, so this is his jacket. This must be nice suit jacket. Been doing some research on my own. And what have you discovered? I've discovered that guys who look good in suits tends to be popular with ladies. Oh. Thanks, Kay. Don't worry, guys with frilly neck ruffles are next on my research list. Edgeworth isn't popular because of his ruffles. Oh no, I have a botch. How rude. Fan! Alright, let's go back to looking at the jacket. This bed doesn't look very comfortable. I mean, it's a prison. But that pillow cover is very clean. Spotless, in fact. But this is the kind of bed Gummy sleep in? Okay. Bold of you to assume that Gumshoe has a bed. It says he's more of a mattress on the floor type. Exactly. This newspaper's got a chunk of it missing. A few of its pages have been roughly torn out. Newspaper from the day before the incident. A few of its pages have been roughly torn out. Why? Maybe Mr. Knight wanted to clean himself but didn't have a cleaning cloth? It's not a totally implausible theory, I suppose, but who would try to clean their cell? Yeah, I don't know, man. Knight doesn't seem like the type to want to clean his cell. Doesn't come off as... Wait, what's this on the ground? There's something different about this spot here. It's weirdly clean. Did someone wipe it down or something? I have to guess. Mr. Knight was killed here. They used a newspaper to wipe up the blood and then move the body to the prison. Will somebody only do the part right next to his bed, though? Why, indeed. That's the question, isn't it, Edgeworth? Alright, what else is here? Standard bar window, no signs of it having been tampered with. I don't think there's any chance our killer escaped through here. You must remember to bring something to saw through iron bars with. Okay. Why are you assuming you will end up in this prison? Bowls, nice and spotless, and there are no signs that the toilet paper has been used. Everything seems to be in order with the toilet here. There's no door. Yeah. I think there might be a reason behind the open plan layout, okay? This place is a prison. Oh. Must scout the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Alright. A second chance at life, making money while serving time. You'll laugh tomorrow, an anthology. Understanding animal emotions. Life as a pet stylist. 200 Days to Freedom and Escape Story Volume 1, 2, and 3. Alright, those are certainly choice reading materials for being in prison. Hey, he's reading off all the book titles I already read off, so I'm not gonna read it again. I don't think these were here. These were his. They were likely specially selected and placed here for detainees. Hope that they would want to better themselves during their time here. Interviews with a former prisoner. These books appear to have been written by current model prisoners and former inmates. Making money while serving time, of course. The specific and more deeply rooted purpose than I thought. For real, Edgeworth. Is this a menu? What's a menu doing here, Mr. Edgeworth? It seems that those held in the detention center are able to choose what they like to eat each day. That's a fancy ass menu. That's a fancy ass menu. Let me see. There's hamburger, steak, omelet rice. I would say that's quite diverse. It looks like there's some curry in there. They can afford it, that is. Oh, it costs money. Bear in mind that the people held in these cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished. Quite a few of them have died. It's fine that people with money don't have as hard a time of it as everybody else. Not necessarily. It will make sense. I forget these are holding cells. What's this? Look at this weird piece of paper. Some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. The grid appears to be a chess diagram. The victim, I suppose. It's a chess diagram. Visual representation of a game of chess. See how the location of all the pieces are marked? Next move, bishop to g2. What next? Root, no, pawn to g6. Seems to be closely fought contest. Perhaps the pawns were. Suppose you're right. This isn't the first time I've seen this configuration of pieces. No. This is the same game that Canis was playing. I don't know chess, but I can kind of visually see where the pieces are on a board. Be wise to take another look at the evidence in my possession. Yes.
Eureka!
This chess game, I've seen it before. Kay, we're investigating! This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital. Now, take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is? The chess set we saw Mr. Canis sell. I don't really know the rules of chess. The rules of the game are not important here. What is important are the position of the pieces. Compare the ones that Mr. Canis sell. Do you notice anything? I don't know which pieces is which or anything, but if you turn the diagram like this, they're pieces in the same squares exactly. There's no dog on the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the position of the pieces are identical. And what does that tell us? It means Mr. Canis was in correspondence with Mr. Knight. Maybe I was right about using chess moves as code. As unlikely as it seems, Mr. Canis' chess opponent was Mr. Knight. This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Canis had a connection to the victim. Chess diagram data jotted down in my organizer. Alright, that's probably everything here. I don't think there's anything else to do here. I think we were just supposed to deduce that they knew each other. That should be everything here. Alright, let's take a look around some more. Reflected in the mirror is a security camera. A great thief's greatest enemy? Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest. I think that might be entirely deliberate, Kate. Yeah, this is a prison and a detention center. I'd like you to retrieve the footage from the security camera and view it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately. Yes, sir? Oh, I don't remember guards doing this for Phoenix. Lucky Miles. Alright, I think that's all the evidence. So I guess it's time to use our deduction skills. We're gonna put together torn newspaper and the wiped floor. Connect those. Part of the floor is being wiped clean. Maybe he spilled some grape juice. I doubt that. And we can certainly imagine what he used to do the wiping. Torn out pages of that newspaper. Why wouldn't he just ask the guard for claws or something? Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up. The size of the floor in the victim's detention center holding cell was wiped clean. Alright, completed our investigation of the holding cell. I think we've about exhausted the cell. We made significant progress by establishing a connection between Mr. Canis and the victim. This is bad, sir? Security camera footage, sir? I watched it in. What is it? A small playback monitor with me. Alright, let's take a look. The dog? Till now, our assumption was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper. Just as I suspected, it happened here. It seems that assumption may have been wrong. Not actually being attacked in this location. Holding cell.
Take that!
My gut was right. Always trust your jelly. Right here in the detention center, and that perpetrator was indeed Mr. Canis' dog. This is just evidence we need. Footage of a detention center holding cell showing the victim being attacked by a dark form. If this is where Knight was actually murdered, then one of the pieces of evidence we found here in his cell takes on a whole new meaning. If Knight's cell's a crime scene, which evidence takes on new significance. The wiped floor, of course. The floor of Knight's cell was wiped clean, presumably to remove something. But that something had been his blood. Thank you, officer. Would you mind doing me one more favor? Name it, sir? There's a detective by the name of Gunshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have this cell tested for trace of blood and to report the results to Edgeworth. This guard is just doing everything that Edgeworth says, even though he's not supposed to be here. Now we can really go after that Canis guy, right? Not yet. We still don't know how Knight and the dog move between his cell and the prison proper. That's what we need to figure out next. What's the play codes? Where are we off to? I suspect one of the guards might know something. We should ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. Oh. March 28th, 2:15 p.m. Detention Center. Corridor. Okay, time to get asking. Asia Lee! I was just thinking about you! Thanks for the tour later. Hello! Well, Mr. Prosecutor, his little friend. I didn't expect to run into you here. Must be my lucky day. This is Agent Xilong Ling of Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. Can't believe it's only 2 weeks between game 1 and game 2, man. That's crazy stuff. I thought he had gone home to Zhang 5 after that, but here he is. He has some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Ling? You could say that. Nothing that needs concern you, though. First, the Black Hound, now Wolf, all in black. Why are you alone today? Huh? He's usually accompanied by an army or police officer. Here you were at it again a couple of days back, sticking your nose into me. Oh, the incident with President Wang? Actually, I thought you might be there as well, heading up the security detail. Our president doesn't have much faith in the efficacy of his own country's police force. Maybe now he'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs. Agent Lang doesn't have much faith in prosecutors or the courts to do their jobs right, which is why he's so meticulous about investigating with his hand-picked, cream-of-the-crop officer. Indeed, no doubt things would have turned out differently had you and your man being in charge. Those guys aren't around anymore? Wait, what happened to your fam? It's funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now. Oh. But they trusted you so much. What happened? What happened, Agent Lang? I told you it doesn't concern you. See you around, Mr. Prosecutor. Wait! Agent Lang? No, he seemed not okay. I'd very much like to know why, but there's something we can do about it right now. Or about Agent Lang later. We have an investigation to conduct. Start by talking to these guards. Alright, Kay. There are 3 guards total. 2 guards total. Alright, start with the one by the trophy. You, sir. I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here recently? That thing? No way. If I had, you'd run away. I just said I'd be a lot more nervous about standing guard here. You and this dog have some kind of history or something? You should know when to let sleeping dogs lie. By the sound of it, Candace's dog hasn't been spotted on this side of those heavy security doors. How about you, sir? Have you seen a black dog? I'm in so much trouble. What's the matter? You seem perturbed. Oh, you see, one of my uniforms is missing. Huh? I could have sworn it's right here in my locker. Did you grow paralyzed and run off somewhere? I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you. I appreciate it. Missing guard uniform data jotted down my organizer. Stolen from a guard's locker in the detention center corridor on March 26th. Hey, Eddie, you back? Bender, where exactly have you been? I've been looking for YouTube and searching high and low, wandering lonely through the prison halls. It was terrible, I tell you. Really? But the prison's over there on the other side of the facility, boss. What is you're not telling me? So listen, I just gotta load down some seriously dynamite material. You wanna hear it, right? Yes, I do. We also have some information. I was chatting with a few of the guards and they told me something interessant. I don't speak French, Eddie. Turns out the Bronxster had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you catch my drift. Tell me about the incident. Simon told you he came to visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after they wrapped up, when Bronco's being escorted back to his cell. It was just one guard and he was handcuffed. Obs. They made it back and the guard was taking off his cuffs when the Bronxster clobbered him, knocked the poor guy out cold. Sounds like it might have been the prelude to a jailbreak. So when the other guards showed up, they couldn't find their comrade's key. Any rumblings about Knight attempting an escape? That's the bit that fries the old noggin. There were none. He just sat in his cell and turned up dead. And what's more, he swore right to the end that he never stole the keys. They turned his cell inside out too, but no dice. Gar was struck. What do you have to say? Nothing. Poor guy was still out when they took him to the hospital. Word is he's still here. He's still there. So there's nobody around to tell us what really happened. Mr. Knight's cell key. A guard was attacked and his keys, including the one to Knight's cell, were stolen. They have yet to be recovered. Oh. Mr. Eustace Winner. Are you still hanging around here like a bad smell? Hey there, little buddy. Listen, Mal here's working with me now as an associate. A fart? I'm sorry, Eustace. You're a whole-ass prosecutor. And you're confusing the word farce and fart? Yes, simple slip of tongue. Ma'am, you and I are both too smart to pretend that you didn't pick this guy because he dumb AF. Judge Gavel, great to see you again. Simon Saint's attorney. Guilty as charged. Now that we've broken them bias, how about it? No. She's gonna clobber you with her gavel. Now, did I hear you correctly that Mr. Edgeworth has joined the defense team? Officially in place of Edgeworth and Co. But a prosecutor is a public servant. You would draw your sword on the goddess to work for personal gain. Ma'am, you may be part of the cult, but I am not. It's not a problem not getting paid, though, correct? It's a volunteer. Well, about the pro bono stuff over at Edgeworth and Cole. How wonderful! So you will work without reward. The goddess would surely approve. Yeah. Eddie's a regular philanthropist, just like Tony. You ever met a Mr. Stark? He's also a philanthropist. Judge Gavel was hoping to ask about the grounds for Simon Saint's arrest. That information's on the... Is that a challenge I hear? Eustace, I don't want to say you're dumb, but you're kind of dumb. I'm always ready for a little verbal combat to show you what it takes to be a real winner. Says the guy who can't tell the difference between fart and farce. Also, is that a question mark on your head? You really are dumb. It's a verbal combat if you won't let me speak. Still, this could prove useful. Fine, we'll do as you suggest. Now, if you can begin by telling us why Mr. Saint was arrested. There'll be no need for that. Watch and wonder? Judge Gavel, you gonna take that from this rookie? You gonna take orders from this? What are you doing? Are you trying to conduct music? So I put this pathetic prosecutor in his place. He's gonna run rings around me. If he's the one running rings around you, it means you're the one that's trapped. Yeah, I think you meant to say that you'd be the ones running rings around me. And well, so badly your ears will be ringing. Prepare to be humbled, Edgeworth. You know, I feel like Judge Gavelle was really trying to save you from humiliation, but you insist on coming at me. Reason for arrest. You want to know why I arrested that man? It's simple. Simple. I found evidence. Evidence all over that thing. How's that for some winning and control? Inconvertible. Conclusive proof. Inconvertible? Conclusive proof? And who told the truth first? Why me? Of course. Winner by name, winner by nature. Gosh, you're so dumb. So, I'm sorry, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, Eustace. You arrested a man. And your source is, trust me, bro. Okay. Okay. Where do I even begin? Where do we begin, Edgeworth? Okay, you utterly lost for words in the face of such mastery. Take your son as yet another win. Honestly, does he ever shut up? No, unfortunate, isn't it? You said that you were the one who arrested Mr. Sane. Did you even have the authority to do so, Mr. Winter? Obviously, it was the police who actually arrested him. But I told him to do it, so I think I can claim the credit, don't you? I see. It's clearly going to take a while. Shame, really. Given that I'm much more interested in what Judge Gavelle's silently thinking over there. She's thinking! It is unfortunate I had to listen to this dumbass talk, but given the situation, this is the best I can do. And I shall sit here silently and suffer. Or she's praying to her goddess, I don't know. Either way. Yes, I do want to know why you arrested him. I'm just checking, but you do know who it was you arrested, correct? Is this some kind of joke? Of course I know who I arrested. It was Simone Saint. Well, at least remembers the name. And rock solid grounds for arresting Simone Saint. First-rate reasons.
Hold it!
God, you sound like a certain somebody who's always in the news right now. Rock solid, you say. I'm impressed. You know what you're doing here. You're trying to butter me up. Well, it might work on the chubs you meet in court. But it won't work on me. Evidence we found is certainly rather damning for Mr. Saint. Perhaps you should tell Mr. Wedgeworth about it, Eustace. Damning is right, and it was on the strength of that evidence that I decided to arrest him. First-rate reasons, huh? Alright. Let's press him about the evidence of him was all over that thing. Could you be a little more specific, Mr. Winter? How do you propose to win in court? With evidence of him was all over that thing. I really have to spell it out for you? Yes. Hope you can put two and two together. Eustace. Have you ever been to court? Yeah, the onus is on you to provide a comprehensible testimony. God, Judge Gavelle is like your mom holding your hand. This is like those stories on LinkedIn where the guy's like, like a 25-year-old came for a job interview today and his mom came and answered all the questions for him. This is what this is giving. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth and his friends would be very interested to learn how you cracked the case. They certainly look keen to hear about it. Damn, she's playing him like the violin that he is. He insists I'll fill in the gaps. Brace yourselves because this is going to blow your tiny little minds. Oh my god. You know, you could almost run for the president of America. Bet you didn't even know, but the victim had, wait for it, a chess set with him. That chess set was covered in the fingerprints of a certain Mr. Simone Saint. You mean the chess set that Simone brought for him? Praise be to the goddess of justice for the insight she offers, and congratulations once again. You will not object to Eustace amending his testimony, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth? No, please do! Mr. Saint's fingerprints were right there all over the victim's chest set. I would hope so! Given that he's the one that brought the chess set for him. Anyway, let's press that for funsies. You weren't the one who actually found his prints, really. I leave the dirty work to forensics. The fingerprints is certainly a problem, but then that chess set was. Yes. Edgeworth, I get where you're going at, but I'm having too much fun insulting him, so we're just gonna press all of his statements. How's that for some winning in control, incontrovertible, conclusive proof? Only incontrovertible fact here is that you don't know how to give proper testimony. Yeah. Hello, Max! Hold it, that's right. You know? We gotta show Eustace who's boss. Welcome in. Join me as I talk to a person with the mental acuity of a 5-year-old child whose hand is being held by his overly bearing mother. What am I talking about? It's not my fault if you can't keep up. Bro, you mixed the word incontrovertible and inconvertible. How did you pass your bar exam? Perhaps I could be so bold as to offer some additional details. Please, Judge Gavel. Please. I'm dying here. Please. Only fingerprints found at the scene belong to the guards, the prisoners, the victim, and Mr. Saint. I think you'll all agree that Mr. Saint were the only prints that had no business being there. Yes, exactly. Now, do you get it? Sure. Great job, Eustace. Thank you for the follow, York Max. Thank you. Appreciate it. I do, but I'm not so sure about you. Oh, Edgeworth. Can't wait to go to court with this dude. Alright, let's press the statement about the prints.
Hold it.
There were other prints at the crime scene. Shouldn't those people be suspects too? Yeah, hey. Other people, I don't think so. And why not? Had Mr. Saint's print not been found on the chess set, those others would indeed have been suspects. Yet somehow his prints were there, despite the fact that they had no business being there. Exactly! Which means Mr. Saint was, what? He's neither a prisoner nor a guard, therefore he should not have been able to enter the prison. Is Judge Gavel going to cross-examine your witness for you on the stand too, Eustace? Asking for a friend. Finding his prints in a place he shouldn't have had access to is ground enough for an arrest, though. I mean, did you ask him how his prints got there? Did you? What she said? Not bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eustace doesn't even know what he's talking about. But you know, he has the best evidence. He's the greatest. What do we plebeians know about the courts and testimonies? You know? I thought she was just a cult lady, but I feel like I may have underestimated her. And who saw the truth first? Why me? Of course, winner by name, winner by nature. Eustace, I think you're wasted on prosecuting. I think you're wasted in the courtroom. You really should be running for office instead.
Hold it.
You saw it first? I suppose you can prove that. God, Mouse is such a little shit. I made the connection the moment I saw the crime scene. You did you? It was a lightning fast detective leap. What more evidence do you need? You really should have gone into politics, Eustace, my boy. Eustace, my boy, you really should have gone into politics. I don't believe the courtroom suits you. Don't give me any evidence at all so far, so. Yeah, you still don't get it, do you? Don't worry, we can all be born winners. You have said nothing of substance in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure I even want to get whatever it is he's talking about. Alright, I figured it out in a flash! A matter of light years! The winner wins again! Truly, you are wasted in the courtroom, Eustace. Truly.
Hold it!
You sure you mean light years, Mr. Winner? Maybe. Light years are a measure of distance, not time, Eustace. An easy mistake to make. Bro, Judge Cavell is like those mothers. You know, you tell them, hey, whatever your kids did, and she's just like, my baby's perfect. Eustace getting hit with his 80th Holden? For real. Is he still in school? I think he's wearing a uniform still. Alright, well, a prodigy he is not. What was that pause for? Was he rebooting from a blue screen moment? Oh, man. Oh. Maybe English is not his first language. Maybe I'm judging Eustace a little harshly. But that was kind of vague and really hard to follow. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Well, all of this is very exciting, and I have had a lot of fun shit-talking this child. I'm going to present some evidence now. Because the game must go on. Here, let me present to you some evidence with a objection and a condescending finger wag. We must advance. Don't worry, York. Don't worry, York Max. I have a strong feeling we will have many more chances to talk shit on this dude. So the fingerprints on the chest of the ace up your sleeve. The what up my what? Yes. Yes. The chest set up the ace's sleeve. How old are you? Truly, how old are you? That's right, Edgeworth. I've got a winning hand, as usual. Only your winning hand is a busted flush, my dude. But you see, it was Simon Saint who brought that chess set to the victim in the first place. Therefore, it's only natural that his fingerprints are all over it. Oh, he's processing. He's processing. Yeah. That took a while to sink in. Let's just say, Edgeworth, you're running on Windows 10 and he's running on Windows 1996. In conclusion, those fingerprints aren't proof of anything, and Mr. Saint's arrest was premature. Premature. Do you know what the word means? Premature, like how right now you are a prosecutor for some reason, despite not knowing how to string together proper sentences. Premature. A noun. You know? Saying it's a little too early to, you know, make a decision. Other definitions include too early. Do you need further examples, Eustace, or are we okay? You can't spell premature, Aaron! Stop! The incident took place here within the walls of this facility, and being neither a guard nor a prisoner, it makes very little sense to suspect Mr. Saint. Oh, he has now just understood. Maybe. Now what? Hi, he. I think you may be the premature one here, Edgeworth. Eustace? Eustace. That's not how you use the word. And to think you were the one accusing me of being hasty. Yes, he just worked out what the word means. Sure, I identify Mr. Stain as suspect faster than pretty much anybody else. And I won the race when it comes to picking out the crucial evidence, too. I'm quick on the draw, you see. None of this has explained anything. But hasty, not at all. You're right that Mr. Stain isn't a guard or a prisoner here, but he...
Overruled.
Judge Cavell is like, Eustace, my boy, I need you to shut your trap before you further make any more fools of us. Except she's much nicer than I am. Eustace, Judge Cavell. I'm right here where I want him. Oh, you did? Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may, just the patience of a saint. Well, the particulars of the suspects are indeed fascinating. Don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor? Yes, something more impressive. Why are you ending that sentence with a question mark? You wouldn't mind, Mr. Edgeworth. Eustace made an ingenious deduction concerning the murder weapon. Perhaps you would like to hear it? Yes, I would love to. I just spent 20 minutes talking to this guy and I've learned absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh my god! Wait, let me see this. Anna, let me see this. I joined at the best time. Oh my god. Anna, let me see this. Let me see. Oh. Oh my god. Alright, let's keep going. I'm having too much fun shit talking. I haven't done a lot of shit talking this game because Edgeworth has so much common sense. And most people he's talked to, has a... they're not very good with words, but they're not dumb. But now that Eustace is here... Now that Eustace is here... I can really go off. I joined at the best time. Perhaps. Yes, I would love to hear it, Judge Cavell. Anything but the sound of his voice. Not that I can hear his voice. Well remembered? Okay. Listen to this, Edgeworth, and prepare to be amazed. Sure.
Objection!
Oh, well, this ingenious deduction explain why Mr. Stain was arrested? Edgeworth, stop! You gotta give him a way out. You're gonna hurt his feelings. My 12. Let's just say you won't be disappointed. Alright, I'll be sure to keep my expectations low. Judge Cavell deliberately diverted the conversation away from my line of questioning. What exactly is she up to? She's part of the cover-up, Edgeworth. Why is Eustace emoting like that? Shimmy, 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 shimmy. No idea! Probably because he thinks he's the conductor, but really he's the puppet. Play like a violin in Judge Cavell's hands. Alright. The whereabouts of the murder weapon. Fact 1! The murder weapon was some sort of metal blade. Oh, okay. Fact 2! Potentially deadly blades are strictly controlled within the prison walls, as we both know. Okay. From these two facts, I concluded the weapon in question must have come from outside. Eustace. There's literally 5 sharp blades sitting in a cell about 2 blocks from where you're standing. It must have been hidden inside the chest set. That's what I think anyway. Bro could have said knife. To be fair, I will agree with him on this. I watch a lot of crime shows, you know. Not that crime shows are real life, but until the murder weapon has been identified and matched, you can only state that it is a sharp instrument. Because you can't be sure without a mode of the wound that it was actually a knife. It could have been something else. It could have been a chisel for all we know. That makes sense. But I'm pretty sure he only said that because that's what Judge Gabel said. Could have been used as a big eye head. And since the only prints were found on the chest set belonging to the victim and the suspect, I say it's blindingly obvious to pull the weapon in and used it, wouldn't you? And where is this murder weapon, pray tell? If nothing else, his testimony this time is a little more comprehensible than the last. Yes. Yes, he used words suitable for a courtroom. Another winning deduction brought to you by one winner, Eustace, prosecutor extraordinaire. Eustace, my friend, you are wasted in the courtroom. I'm telling you, wasted. You should have gone into politics. That is the place for people like you. More like one winner, useless prosecutor extraordinaire, if you ask me. Stop, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, you may not be saying it, but you're thinking it, and it is all over your face. How can anyone even hide a weapon inside the chest set? Yeah, doesn't it go through a scanner? Hi, good question. Why don't you take a look for yourself? Let's take a look. Take a look, see. There's nothing in here but chess pieces, but there is. That laugh is really something. You don't like that, Kay? That's how everyone laughs. He seems pretty convinced the weapon was hidden here somewhere. Better take a closer look. Examine. The chess piece is right. It probably lifts up. Probably lifts up as a tray. How come these are black and white? Okay. Chess pieces are supposed to be black and white. Edgeworth is not black and white. Edgeworth said it's red and blue. Because, I believe what the creator of Ace Attorney, I believe the phrase they used were deep bond, unshakable bond between two men. Twitter will tell you that he has unresolved issues with his rival. Yeah, most chess pieces are the ones in my office are custom made. Isn't they unique? Probably valuable. I like the sound of that. No, they're only valuable to Edgeworth because they're red and blue. Got that glint in her eyes, better not be planning a robbery. Oh! The stiff line at the top opens like a flap door. Plenty of room in there. Indeed, more than enough to hide something like a small knife. Ingenious, no? The killer snuck the weapon in. Did you swap the inside of the case? And were there any particulars that would point to you that the murder weapon was in there?
Objection!
Yeah, objection, bro. What do you mean? Let me finish, will you? Oh my god! His face! I'm dying! His face is so funny! Don't cry, bro! You can't even handle one objection? How are you gonna... What's gonna to you in court if you ever face an attorney dressed in blue with spiky hair. You're going to cry. Literally sob. You're gonna become an inconsolable mess, bro. Is bro crying? Yes. Tears in his eyes. I fear you've not been listening, Mr. Winner, or perhaps you've simply forgotten. The detention center is outfitted with a security gate. I mean, yeah, and? You know, I have two theories about Judge Gavel right now. Two theories. The first theory is she's in on the cover-up, and she brought Eustace in because he's easy to control and manipulate. The second theory is that Judge Gavel is suspecting that there is a cover-up, but she has to remove Edgeworth for whatever reason. So she's using Eustace, who's so stupid, as a foil to help Miles uncover the truth. I just can't figure out which yet. But those are my two running theories. I can't even confirm because I just joined. I have zero knowledge about the story. Excellent! Then we will find out together. You might be right, you know, it's alright. I don't need confirmation. I like to theorize about things as I go. I just talk about whatever comes to my mind. And we have working theories that are constantly evolving. It's fun to theorize. Alright. Security gate also acts as a metal detector, Eustace. See, she can't just tell Eustace that he's wrong. So she has to use Edgeworth to tear apart his theories so they can conduct a proper investigation. We must pass through another one on the way into the prison itself, remember? Yes, that's right. Of course you remember. Okay, so explain how the blade would have been able to get through the metal detector inside the chest set. He definitely did it. It would have been impossible to smuggle a metal blade through such a gate and into the facility. Which would seem to blow a rather large hole in your reasoning, Mr. Winner.
Overruled.
Oh, Judge Cabal! This is my real opponent. That gate is only used to scan people. Any items they bring to facilities are only subject to a cursory check. Are you telling me that the chest set wasn't put through the metal detector? It should have been, at last. Seems the guard have grown a little lax in that regard of late. See, this is what I needed to know. This is my real opponent. Almost like a chess game. Playing chess with Judge Gavel through her pawn. Pocket chess set data updated in my organizer. Security gates data jotted down my organizer. Deploy the entrances to both the detention center and the prison proper, capable of detecting items made of. Very good. Thank you, Gavel. She's saving your ass here, my friend. It was my pleasure. I can't tell if she's cuckoo, smart, or both. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to begin your cross-examination. It's like she's holding a trial. No matter. Let's see how well this ingenious deduction of Mr. Winner's hold up, shall we? The real challenge! Exactly. The whereabouts of the murder weapon. Fact 1, the murder weapon was some sort of metal blade. Eustace, when you go to trial, you should say it was some sort of sharp metal instrument. It is too early to deduce it as a blade.
Hold it!
Metal blade, you say? Do you have any evidence to support this? You mean you didn't even look at the victim's injuries? Why am I not surprised? Eustace! Usually we lead that to the coroner. You know, expert in examining dead bodies. The fatal blow was a stab wound to the neck. You know you can stab people with an ice pick. You know, we're not exactly limited to blades when it comes to stabbing. Doesn't have to be a blade. You know, there's a famous Irish mob who murder people using ice picks. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there. Third Ray useless needs the lady to remember anything. Could have been a pencil. Could have been a pen! Like that movie with Amy Adams and Cillian Murphy. Is it Killian or Cillian? Cillian Murphy. Red Eye. Could have been a pen. Could have been a pen. I'm just saying. Could have been a pencil. Yeah, a pen. But honestly, could have been anything. Saying that it's a blade is a little premature, Eustace. Not that you know what the word means. It was delivered by knife-like blade. Knife-like blade. That much is absolutely beyond doubt. May I see the coroner's report? Appears that they're not yet aware of a certain other piece of information. No, they're not. Lust for words, are we? No. I mean, yes, but I just, all right, let's move on. Now I'll just keep going. My brilliant deductions don't end there, you know. Okay, let's keep going. Fact 2, potentially deadly blades are strictly controlled within the prison walls, as we both know. You know, it could have been a shank. Could have been a shank. I'm just saying. Let's press that. The fact that such objects are strictly controlled doesn't mean they're actually forbidden. Yeah. According to my friend with a polar bear, there's a guy that can get you anything if you can pay the price. Well, no, I mean, some of the prisoners use scissors to cut the animal's hair. So it could have been a pair of scissors? And the avenue of inquiry was conscientiously pursued, as you no doubt recall, Eustace. Miss Cavell holding Eustace's hand like a mama goose with a baby. What are baby goose called? Hang on, let's Google this. What a baby goose called? Most people refer to a baby goose as a chick, but in a situation where you to differentiate the two, science will prove you wrong. Okay, tell me. Blah 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 blah. Why am I reading this? This didn't tell me what it's called. Baby geese are called goslings. Wait, like Ryan Gosling? Is Ryan Gosling a baby goose and I just didn't know? Oh, we learn something new every day. What was I saying? Why was it? Oh. Judge Cavell is holding Eustace's hand like a mama goose carrying her goslings. I should have used a duck. Cavell carried Eustace all corrected to distance. Yeah, because, you know, the distance between his brain cells are far and wide. Far and wide. Possibly the distance traveling Earth to the sun. Eustace needs his milk pacifier. Probably needs to rocking bed to sleep at night. Yes. Of course Eustace remembers. Yes, only one bladed object has been signed out by a single prisoner at the time of the incident. The item was tested for trace of blood, but none were found. Okay, what is this item? Please elaborate. I suppose he's referring to the scissors Mrs. Saw was using. I see. There's no way the blade in question came from inside the prison. What if it's not a blade? What if it's a chisel? Alright, let's press the fact that he just decided that the weapon in question must have come from outside. Never mind that. I'm just saying, Eustace, if you look behind you, there's a trophy with wings on it that are quite sharp, which could also have been used as a murder weapon, but I'm sure if you look at that case, you would just be too busy admiring your own reflection to see the trophy. The trophy could kill someone low-key. Yeah, but you see the problem, York Max, is that it's held in glass. So he would be too busy admiring his own reflection. He would never have, he could never see the trophy. Oh, I forgot to press the, I forgot to press his, that statement because I was too busy making fun of him. Okay, let's press that. Oh wait, no, oops. Yeah, what does that mean exactly outside? Opposite of inside, you numbskull. Do you mean like outside of the prison proper? Or do you mean outside of the prison period? Outside the detention center? Outside this building? What's that? And that clarification I'll put down because of clear accomplished item. I don't know either. Okay, Eustace, so what does it mean then? I don't think he can answer that question. I think he just tell you that you're stupid for not knowing what it means. Nice. Opposite of out. Oh man, this dude. Fortnite pickaxe. What Eustace means to say is that it must have been brought in from outside the prison by Mr. Saying thank you. Honestly, Andrew, if you haven't figured that out by now. Bro, ain't no way you're putting your inability to give proper testimony on my literacy skills. Even bigger loser than I thought. Sure. Feelings mutual. Believe me, stop. It's just saying clearly brought the murder weapon to the prison. The question is how. It must have been hidden inside the chest set. That's what I think anyway. So your sources trust me, bro. Okay.
Hold it.
No murder weapon was found at the crime scene. There's nothing inside the chessboard either. I'm curious, Mr. Winter, do you also have thoughts about where this weapon might be? Well, the perpetrator must have hidden it somewhere in the prison. Where? In the prison. Is there a problem with his claim? Didn't you guys search this place top to bottom? They hid it somewhere inside the prison? That seems unlikely. In fact, I can prove that's not the case. We can? We can? Oh shit. I may have been a little premature. Well, it's too late now. It's too late. I can't make fun of him anymore. I have to present evidence. Oh no. Oh no, I wanted to make fun of him some more. Well, do it. I have to present evidence. Oh, apparently that's not the right evidence, so we got overruled. Alright. That's what I think anyways, like his favorite sentence. Oh my goodness. Yes. Alright. Now I have something that proves there's no murder weapon inside the prison. Oh, am I supposed to show him the smudges on the ground? Oh, here. Oh, this. Here. The prison search. Okay. It's too bad. Edgeworth, what? It's too early for this. I want to talk shit on him some more. You're ruining my good time. I'm starting to worry about your memory, Mr. Winter. I don't think his memory is the only thing we need to worry about, Edgeworth. Didn't you and the good judge search the prison with Warden Lagarde? And didn't you fail to find a likely murder weapon? Did he just whip himself in the face with his, like, whatever that thing's called? What is that thing called? With his wand? Oh yes, I guess we just missed it, that's all. How old are you? More like Mr. Loser. Yeah, he hit himself! Ain't no way! I know I'm supposed to hate him, but he's just too funny. Wait, to undermine yourself? You're saying your search was entirely thorough? You, the so-called winning rookie? Stop making fun of me. Baby. Oh, here comes the gavel. Eustace. Calm yourself. Breathe deeply. Do not allow your opponent to get under your skin. He's gonna cry for real. Judge Cavell. Are you his therapist as well? Was only locked in his side piece came. Ain't no way, man. He's obviously the side piece. Judge Gavel's the main event. You're right. I'm a winner. Why should I let a third-rate loser like Edgeworthless here get under my skin? I see. Thank you to leave my name out of this. MK Faradam, A-OK! Excellent comeback, Kay. I'm so proud of you. Edgeworthless. I know. Those are some harsh words. So cutting. Yeah. You too, please. Yeah, K. Don't bring yourself down to that level, okay? Look, it's simple. Since my first straight investigation didn't turn up any weapon, it means there wasn't one to find. Okay, Eustace. Let me ask you this. If you've never eaten a carrot ever in your life, does that mean a carrot doesn't exist? You know, I'm just saying. If you've never seen a frog in your life, does that mean frogs just don't exist? Asking for a friend. Eustace, is water wet? Aries frying him right now. I can't help it. Let insults right themselves. Which leaves only one possibility. The murderer took the weapon with him when he left the prison. Okay. That's why we couldn't find it when we looked. Obviously. Wow. You know? I'm hoping this never goes to court. Because I don't think any jury's gonna convict a man. Trust me, bro.
Objection!
Alright, Edgeworth, that's right. Coming hot with the objection. But what you're proposing is impossible. This proves why the culprit couldn't possibly have taken the weapon out of the prison with them. Are we gonna use the metal detector? Is this a good time for the metal detector? More memory trouble, Mr. Winner. Now you're forgetting things you yourself said. Edgeworth. You're gonna cut him deeper than a murder weapon cut Mr. Knight. Am I making fun of you again? I don't know. Am I? Oh, so you remember what I said? Perhaps you might have been better served by remembering this. What's that? It's a metal detector, my child. Does he seriously not remember? Eustace, are you perhaps related to a blue tropical fish named Dory? Mayhaps. You know, your hair kind of reminds me of her fins. It certainly seemed that way. He's slow. There's a security gate at each of the entrances to the detention center and the prison proper. Coming from the prison, anyone leaving the facility would have had to have passed through both of them. Dory's smarter than him, Eri. This is not a matter of intelligence. This is a matter of memory span. 2 gates, both fitted with metal detectors. Now you remember? It's like he got his memory back. Just keep swimming. So as you can see, there's no way anyone could have taken a weapon out through both gates, and therefore there's no way the murder weapon could have left the building. Wow, he whipped himself so fast! I didn't even see the wand move. In which case, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you would care to tell us where you think the murder weapon might be? It is still here on the premises. That's the only plausible conclusion to be drawn. We searched the prison from top to bottom and couldn't find anything. Because you were never going to find anything to begin with. Not when you were laboring on the misconception that it's a blade you were looking for. Oh! 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 Put some ice on that burn. Eustace can't even tell what is top and bottom. For real. Oh my goodness. Eustace, my child. You know, let me look up how old he is. Look up how old he is. Eustace Winner age. He's 17! He's 17! Ain't no way! I thought he's like 7. Anyway, my age out. Mysteries of the world, your Max. You know? The good news is he's only 17. It's not too late to change his career path to politics. I think he will do quite well there. Time to cry. Yeah, I know the truth about what happened to Mr. Nyes. We've seen it with our own eyes. That is quite a claim. So you have the evidence to support it. Oh, Judge Gavell. It was the weapon that was used to commit the crime. Take a look at this, Judge Gavell. The weapon used in this case will become clear. Judge Gavell. Pleases the court. If it pleases the court, I would like to submit Exhibit A, security camera footage. I would like to enter Exhibit A, security camera footage into evidence.
Take that!
This is footage taken from a security camera trained on Knight's holding cell. Now watch it for yourselves and see. That's but how. This is footage captures the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. More than sufficient proof how he really died, would you say? Yes, it is certainly significant. I sense a butt coming. Now we know that Knight was in fact killed in his cell by a vicious dog. The dog that moved the victim's body to the prison workshop post-mortem. But Edgeworth, look at the shirt he's wearing. There's no pockets on it. You know this thanks to an eyewitness who saw the dog in the workshop and the body was discovered. Why is he wearing a different shirt? Oh. feel like that's where the butt is coming. Of course, I think we can all agree that there's no way the dog could have planned such a crime itself. Indeed, I fear it may be his handiwork. Alright, here he comes. It's quite enough of that, Mr. Ezrith. Alright, Judge Gavel. I feel like I know where you're going with this, and I am prepared. I'm prepared. I am prepared. You are correct that this footage is an important piece of evidence, but it also raises an important new question. A question I suspect you have also been asking yourself. Right, there's one major problem with my version of the events. The black doll, the one that belonged to one of the inmates. How did it move between the holding cells and the prison proper at will? Wow. Eustace? Eustace. You lag more than my old laptop from 2005. I'm just saying. How do we answer that one, Mr. Edgeworth? The truth is, I don't know yet. Of course not. Do you have a theory? Ken and Wonder Boy didn't even notice there was a problem. Ken, you're gonna break his glass heart. Until the defense provides an adequate explanation, the court cannot accept your line of logic. Fair. That is all. This court is adjourned. All right. Thanks. Thanks. There's still much more to explore. Court is no longer in session, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to leave the courtroom. Yeah, court was never in session in the first place! Once again, this court is...
Objection!
Anyway, objection. We may not have all the answers yet, but you haven't explained anything either regarding Mr. Saint. What do I mean? Just as we don't yet know how the dog made it into one of the detention center's holding cells. You can't know Mr. Saint could have made it inside the detention center, let alone the prison either. He would have been allowed as far as the visitor's room to see his friend, but no further. It's hard for me to conceive how he could have committed a crime in a place he had no access to. An objection? Wow. Yes and no. Miss Gavel seems to be a couple of steps ahead of us this whole time. Let's see what her silence means. Judge Gavel, I believe it's your turn to provide some proof. Proof that Simone Saint was able to enter the prison. Haha. You wish for the court to provide you with proof? Highly irregular, but very well. Actually have something, yes. That seems like as good time as any, and I suppose you have been kind enough to share your own theories on the case. Here we go. The main event is here. Mr. Ezra, I suspect you don't know what Mr. Saint does for a living, so allow me to fill you in. He is a circus performer. Perhaps you've heard of the very big circus. I have! What was the girl's name? Regina? And Maximilian Galactica. Who and the what now? It's a... So there was a circus that performed at the prison the morning of the murder. And it was the Very Big Circus. The Very Big Circus is a throwback to a previous Ace Attorney game. Yeah. But anyway, Mr. Saint is a circus performer. Although we didn't meet him when we investigated the circus case. Because I'm guessing he wasn't in the circus then. Don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day. Big meeting of some kind, perhaps. A meeting? Oh, heavens, no. I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. See it now, I assume? So I'm sure you're aware a show was held yesterday for the prisoners' entertainment. The show featuring animals and performers performed by members of the Very Big Circus. Am I gonna see Regina? I missed the princess. Does that mean Mr. Saint? Yes, Mr. Saint was allowed inside the prison as part of that show. In fact, that has been confirmed beyond reasonable doubt. Oh, she got you with that one, Edgeworth. She held on to that fan until the last possible moment. Yeah, she wanted to see your hand. Let me run with my own theory, and only afterwards did she use it to reveal the truth. Wait. I think she was trying to tell us. We have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor. She's being tried to share with us. That must be why she steered him onto a different topic back then too. Tough opponent. I got you good, and now you third-rate prosecutor. Eustace, exactly what did you do in this scenario? Exactly what have you contributed? This has nothing to do with you, yeah! This court is well and truly adjourned. If I may offer a word of advice, Mr. Edgeworth. The conduct as a prosecutor is already in question. You would do well to remember that you were removed from this case for that precise reason. She's trying to tell you to be careful, Edgeworth. The committee reserves the right to confiscate your badge at any time. Should you wish to retain it, you would do well to avoid crossing paths with it again. Is that a threat? Edgeworth, do you really need an answer to that question? The goddess of justice is compassionate, Mr. Edgeworth, but she is not endlessly forgiving. Oh, and one last thing. You're no defense attorney. Abandon this foolish pretense. Be concerned, but I do not abandon anything. What I start, I finish. Cavell putting up points, Eustace could never. Pretty sure she's the final boss. We'll see. Well, do try to remember that the two jobs are not one and the same. And that a defense attorney is suspected to develop something of a bond with your client. Next time, finding out your client's real occupation might be a good place to start. That was on you, Edgeworth. Now I really must be going. May the goddess of justice watch over you all. I'm not in your cold, ma'am. Thank you. Eustace looking smug AF after doing absolutely nothing. Eustace is like the tuxedo mask meme. You know, where he's like, my job here is done. But like, he didn't do anything. He's just walking all high and mighty. Yeah, for real. So Simone lied to us. Okay? An omission of facts is not the same as a lie. Okay? It's just so you know. It is, however, a manipulation tactic. Not just you two. Guy took me for a ride too. What's his deal? No, not having second thoughts about this, are you, Mouse Boy? You literally said every 60 seconds in Africa a minute passes. Sure, Judge Ghost a tough cookie, but that doesn't mean you can just give up the ghost. The defense never rests, as a wise man once said. And that goes for associates too. Don't worry, Fender, I have no intention of resting. Nevertheless, our assumption that Mr. Saint couldn't have entered the prison has been proven false. Which means we'll need to restart our investigation from square one, I'm afraid. To be continued! To be continued. I feel like we're gonna end this case with Edgeworth losing his badge. Which is unfortunate. March 28th, 3:02 p.m. Detention Center. Visitor's room. I feel like now his hairstyle makes sense. I was questioning why his hair looks like that, but if he's a circus performer, I can definitely see that. All right there, Mr. Saint. You withheld information from me. Why? You didn't withhold anything? At least you didn't mean to? To be fair, we never asked him what he does for a living. Maybe on us. Phoenix would have asked what he did. I'm just saying. Phoenix would have done a whole ass background check. Via Mia. And Maya. So you are a member of the very big circus? No? I mean, yes, but no. Which is it? I'm not really a member. I'm still new. Okay. Okay, but okay. Let's try this again. Why didn't you tell us? Because it would have looked so suspicious, me being performing the circus show. It's only suspicious because you hid it! And me being friends with Bronco. I thought that if anyone found out, nobody would believe I was innocent. Not even you, Kay. So I made it clear that I believed in you. You stare at me like that? I get so terrified. Okay, yes, okay. Simone, I get it. Edgeworth is a little intense looking. You know? But it's his job. You're a real smooth operator, aren't you, Miles? Any other client scaring tips you want to share? No, not at this moment. Edgeworth looking scary right now. He has a lot of fans, though. Wanna bet Eustace is secretly a fan of him and he just trying to one-up him. That's why he's so hostile. He wants his approval. Yeah, you're really not helping, Eddie. At this rate, it sounds like we really will need to question him about everything all over again. So what do you do at the circus, Simone? I'm an animal tamer, kind of. I'm still learning the ropes. You get to train lions and tigers and bears and stuff? I thought Regina is the animal tamer. What happened to Regina? What happened to my girl? I mean, okay, she was kind of not, you know. She was the definition of, ignorance is how people die. But she was doing her best at the end. Lions, tigers, bears, oh my, no. So what did you tame exactly? I work with this little guy. Looks pretty tame already to me. Yeah, he's trained. He's not exactly a tamer, more like one of those old-timey organ grinders. Oh, that's why his hair looks that thick, so Money can grab onto it. I miss Money. Money's best friend is in prison, though. So, I'm glad he has a new friend now. What if the monkey did it? JK? I mean, he could. I mean, Monkey's old owner was a murderer. But, nah, I think Monkey's a good boy. Money's a good boy. Money the monkey. Oh, the monkey controls him like a puppet. Something tells me he's an organ grinder who's being monkeyed around. You don't say. It's like Ratatouille for real. Except it's Monkey Tooley. All right, let's talk about the very big circus. When you spoke to you before, you said you worked at a company. I mean, technically a circus is a company. Bonkatoolies. I was telling the truth, the circus really is a company. We all have titles and everything. True. The ringmaster, the CEO, and I guess you'd call me a gopher. I even have a line manager. She's head of the animal taming department. It's part of the showbiz division. I was the line manager, Regina, and the CEO, the clown. She's such an inspiration. There isn't a creature in the world she couldn't convince to do her bidding. Oh, it's definitely Regina. Even Miles here, I like to see somebody whip him to shape. That's what Francisca's for. I'm not gonna creature fender. So this line manager, was she working with you on the show? Yes, it was just us two. It wasn't all that big of a job compared to what we normally do. She's usually the one performing on stage. I just stole the monkey work. But I did have a bit part this time. So only 2 members of the circus are relevant to this case. Alright. Rolling the show. I want to meet Maximilian again. Alright, talk me through your movements here at the city. Monkey business, I see. Oh. Yes. Oh, Money looks sad. Don't be sad, Money. Sure, I came to see Bronco at around noon 2 days ago. That was when you brought him the chess set. Yes, and that same evening I started working on setting up the stage in the yard. It was so hard, I had to haul everything by myself over multiple trips. They let us use one of the rooms in the prison for storage. Workshop A, I think. Workshop A, you say? Where Knight's body was found. You mean your boss didn't help you? Regina?! Okay? When you meet Regina, you'll understand there is no way on earth anyone would let her do any heavy lifting. Okay? I could never ask her to shove all that stuff around. Like I said, the monkey works my job. Once it was all set up, we did a run through, and it must have been midnight by the time I left. The next morning, I was back and ready for the show, which started at 8 a.m. Then we performed till 10 a.m. So Mr. Sam was the only one of the pair to have entered the room where the body was found. And Knight's body was found immediately after the show had ended. Alright, let's talk about the reason for arrest. Do you have any idea why you were arrested? And why so quickly? I've never seen a guy get booked so fast. Oh. Eddie, you new to a franchise? Surely even the winner wouldn't just pull somebody out in a bunch. Never underestimates the power of an underdeveloped intellect. That's for please. I think I might know why. When I was moving all the stuff, I went to go see how he was doing. Bronco, I mean. You went to the holding cell on your own? Tell me you had permission. No, it wasn't a formal visit or anything, so I just sort of snuck over and hoped no one stopped me. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not your defense attorney right now. Good luck, Eddie. You just seen him earlier that same day. Why take the risk? I've known him since we were kids, when both of us were all alone. He doesn't have any family, you see, just like me. I knew he'd be feeling lonely, that he wants somebody to talk to, so I had to go see him. You don't have any family? For a while, I had my dad, but he passed away when I was a little kid. Losing one's father as a child, I know that pain all too well. Oh, Miles. Dang, I know. It's just like you and me, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. There was nobody else nearby when you went to see him? No, the other holding cells were empty and I didn't see any guards. Somebody must have seen you or you wouldn't be in there. No, I messed up so bad, didn't I? So the assumption is that something happened while the two were alone together? At least I imagine that would be Winter and Judge Gavelle's thinking. In any case, I think we'll need to speak to your boss next. Last I heard, she's supposed to be around today too, somewhere in the yard. Tell her I'm sorry, won't you? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I let this happen. Sure thing, Simone. We're here for you. If there is anything else we can do, just say the word. I mean, there's nothing I can do for you in return. You don't have to worry about that. We're friends. We are, Kay? Since when? You know what it's like to be in your shoes. We're all part of the same club after all, right, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, I guess Edgeworth was also falsely accused of a crime once. Fortunately so, I'm afraid. He is A-okay! He is A-okay. Thank you for sharing such personal details with us. By the sound of it, you had little reason to kill Knight. If anything, you're the one most affected by his passing. What's more, I simply don't believe a person as gentle as he's capable of murder. Oh, Edgeworth. Rest assured, we believe you, and we'll get you out of here. Oh, what do we have here? Gosh, strong defense attorney. That's right. Bravo, big guy. Eddie! You're gonna get Edgeworth into trouble. Can't believe I'm saying it, but you even remind me of your old man for a moment there. In the books of Gregory, an attorney is a friend of the friendless. Simon, me bucko. This guy will suffer any harsh for your friendship. These are gonna be shiply amazing. Didn't realize talk like a pirate day had come early this year, Fender. So that's just the thing. You never know when a pirate will strike next. Okay, you want some candy? No thanks. I don't like sweet stuff. Money doesn't like sweet stuff either. I wouldn't mind a nice shit myself. A great these galleon for the Dread Pirate K. You hurt my hearties. I'm happy you're having a good time, K. Sail with 7 seas together and claim the greatest treasure of all, the truth. If you haven't made timbers, you two will be the death of me. You seem rather happy about that, Edward. It says sail for the prison yard, but no sea shanties on the way, please. And you're playing along just like that. Shutters open. That's the way out to the yard, I believe. Let's go take a look. What are you waiting for? Cat! Someone's excited. Isn't she always? March 28th, 3:37 p.m. Prison Yard. This is the famous yard. Circus performance taking place here just before the body was discovered. It's taking pictures already! Okay? Most of the prisoners were assembled here when the body was discovered. Okay. The yard is connected from the warden's office to the prison. So it bypasses the connecting corridor. And the vault door that guards the connecting corridor. The map of the facility, including the detention center and the prison proper, has been updated. Alright, time to take a look around. Huh? Elephant doesn't like K. Seize and desist. It's an elephant, Edward. Stay as the Regina! Regina! Hi, Regina! It'll be really awkward if her name is not Regina. You found a new friend to play with. Good for you, girl. She's so cute. Found a new friend to play with. Good for you, girl. Play with your elephant nearly ate me. No way! She would never do a thing like that. Oh, she's still as sparkly as ever! I love that she looks like a 90s shoujo manga heroine. Azia doesn't even bite. At least not very often. So she does have a taste for human flesh. Playful bite. How did you like meeting a real-life elephant up close? Aren't you glad you did? Oh, she's so cute! I'm glad I didn't die. But you did have fun, right? Right? There, sweetie. Don't cry. You had a wonderful time, didn't you, Kay? She did? Oh, I'm so happy! Oh, she's so cute. Yeah, let me make it up to you. How about a hug? Azia says no. Ow, another new friend. Isn't this just the best day ever? I am Associate Defense Attorney Miles Edgeworth. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Regina. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, she's so cute. Yeah, she's the tamer. I'm Kay, Great Thief Extraordinaire and Mr. Associate Defense Attorney's Great Associate. Self-introduction brought to you by the word convoluted. For real. And your elephant's newest friend is Mr. Fender, the defense attorney. Oh, she's not just any elephant. That's Azia, the Asian elephant. Azia stopped the second you told her to. You really have a way with animals, Regina. Well, I wouldn't be much of an animal tamer if I didn't. You're Simon's boss? That's right, Regina Berry, head of the Animal Taming Department Showbiz Division. Very big circus. It's so lovely to meet all of you. Oh, she's so cute. Pledges all hours, mademoiselle. Name's Eddie Fender. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Are you? So much for whipping me into shape. Yes, she's perfect. What are you muttering to yourself about? Okay. Oh, she wants her to join her club. That positivity, that charisma, that energy. Regina, you make a perfect partner in crime for the great thief Yatagarasu. Great thief? That sounds like fun! My animals and I have stolen the spotlight quite a bit in our time. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. That's the one thing we don't want to steal. Gotta keep it on the down low. Oh, stealthy ninja-like. But where's the fun without a show? The down low sounds like it might get me down. Okay, Regina can't be a thief. Just look at how she sparkles. She's a star. We got a fundamental difference of opinion going on here. It would indeed appear that negotiations have broken down. Maybe next time, okay? Oh, Mr. Ezra, let's get cracking. Too bad we can't see much of what's beyond that metal fence, though. Indeed, and we're in sore need of information in addition to evidence. Therefore, we should make an effort to talk with any personal interest as well. You want me to talk to Regina? Got it. She's so cute. If you're the head of the animal taming department, you must be Mr. Saint's boss. That's right! My dad founded the very big circus. But he passed away. He was murdered. It was kind of her fault, though. Okay? It was kind of her fault that he died. But we have a new ringmaster now. He's made the circus bigger and better than ever. He's such a nice man. He was a good friend of my dad's, too. It's great. Lucky you. I know, right? It was his idea to set up departments like animal taming, magic, and ventriloquy. Only animal taming and ventriloquy have more than one person right now. But the very big circus is getting bigger and better day by day. Sounds like you guys are really going places. You're getting on well. I'll leave them to it. Wait, for real? How? So in the previous Ace Attorney game, you investigate the death. Well, technically you don't investigate the death. You're the defense attorney in that case. But your client, Maximilian Galactica, who is the star of the circus, is accused of killing Regina's dad. But what happened was, so Regina is, I don't know if you can tell, she grew up really sheltered and kind of like a fairy tale princess. And so she's an animal tamer, and then she thought it would be funny to get her lion to sneeze. But she did that while one of her fellow performers, who was like in love with her, had their head in the lion's mouth. So the performer died. And the performer's brother was trying to kill Regina, but accidentally killed her dad instead. So her father is dead, and it kind of sort of is Regina's fault. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. Ace Attorney's plots are very, very twisty. That's wild, yeah. But she's learned from that mistake. Maybe, hopefully. Yeah. So. Alright, let's talk about the circus show. Can you tell me about the show? Oh, it's a wonderful thing. It even has a story. Oh, it has a story? And not just any story. It's a love story. Isn't that Jamie? Sounds like a regular Rias, who's the star of the show. Let me guess you. No, silly. That would be Azia. And she falls in love with none other than Regent the Tiger. Regent the Tiger is her best friend, who she describes as harmless. It's a heart-rending saga of forbidden interspecies romance. I've heard of odd couples, but that takes the biscuit. And that's not all. There's a love triangle too. It's so romantic. It sounds pretty incredible, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? The elephant is the heroine. I suppose it's the first time for everything. And who's the third wheel? Oh, that would be the big old meanie who tries to tear our star-crossed lovers apart. What animal do you think it is, Mr. Edgeworth? Even that's a circus? Perhaps a lion? The lion is dead. You think a raven would be cool like the Yatagarasu? Nope, it's a sneaky monkey. That certainly lowered the stakes. You mean money, right? Nope, again, the role of the monkey is played by Simon. Simon's the monkey? Money's far too small to play against the Zia and Regent, silly. Silly. Anyway, the evil villain tries to tear Zia and Regent apart. What will become of the fated twosome? It's so exciting, isn't it? She's so cute. It sure is. So Mr. Sane was more than just a little helper, he claimed. Poor Simon, it'd be terrible if you couldn't perform with us anymore. Tell me more about the show preparations, Regina. Can you tell me about how you set things up for the performance? Oh, that's not really my area. Simon took care of all the lifting and carrying. He's such a sweetie. He often did everything by telling me to concentrate on the show. I could see him doing something near that well, though. Oh, wow. I recall seeing one behind the stage. I should examine it in more detail. You should have seen him moving those huge cages around all by himself. He's a total hero. Sounds like something he would do. Weeping all the while. It was going back and forth between the yacht here and some sort of workshop with all the equipment. The prison gave us special permission to use it for storage. But he was the only one who went down there, so I don't know much more than that. The workshop must be the one where Nice Body was found. Oh, and there goes the cute circus music. I guess this confirms that Mr. Sane was the only performer to have gone into Workshop A. Well, that sucks, so we're getting information that works against us. You have to help Simone, Mr. Attorney. We're all counting on you. Just leave it to us. He may not look good, but Mr. Edgeworth knows how to get things done. And what exactly is he may not look is supposed to mean? Yeah, for reals. Kay, come on. Edgeworth is the most sensible guy in this entire franchise. The voice. Sorry, I can't help it. She's so cute. She can't have my normal voice. She needs a cute heroine voice. Alright, I'm gonna present a few things for her. None of these evidence, though. That would be wrong. What if she'll have anything to say about the dog? What a cutie patootie! Yes. Patootie, silly, but I wouldn't try to make friends with this particular pooch if I were you. He doesn't let just anyone in. The only person he trusts is his owner. I can see it in his eyes. See? He's a genius. You can see how smart he is, too. A regular wonder pod. Is that so? You can see all that just at a glance? Sure I can. After all, I'm head of the animal taming department. You know, you kind of have the same look in your eyes. I wonder if she knows anything about the chess set. Nothing. She just thinks that he's gonna... She's so funny. Alright, does she know Mr. Knight? Probably not. You can't present people, only evidence. Okay, well, I'm not gonna show her a dead body. That would be wrong. Does she know anything about the colorful tarp? No, she doesn't. No, you do not want this as a present, girl. You do not want this as a present, girl. Okay, I think that's it. So we're gonna get out of Regina. Alright. We do need to investigate, but we are at the 3-hour mark. So we're going to save here for today. We're gonna save here for today. And we will come back to this next time when we play Ace Attorney. I will be gone next Wednesday. So we will be back the week after to continue the investigation of this very, very intriguing case. Alright. Let's go back to the main screen. Okay. I exited the game by accident, but that's okay. I wanted the main screen, but actually I can open the game so on the main screen. I want to talk over a black screen. That's boring. Do you have a server? No. No, I don't. I don't have a Discord server. I won't have time. I won't have time for a Discord server. Sorry, my friend. Okay, the opening sequence has changed my more saying for real. I'm glad you understand. Well, that is it for tonight. That is it for tonight. We will be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. PST for Persona 3 Reload. And then after that, I will be gone for a week. So we will be back to the case in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time. It can be big. Yeah, service. I don't have the energy for that. I don't have the energy for that. But that is it for tonight. That is it for tonight. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the win-win-win. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you. I had fun. I'm glad you had a good time. That is all I asked for. I appreciate y'all for coming. I hope the shit talking for my new viewers isn't too much. Can't help myself. But yes, I hope you guys have a great day or a great night wherever you are. Stay safe and cool. I will see you guys at my next stream. Good night. And I will see you all next time. Bye.